You know that feeling, right? The quiet room, the phone that just stays dark, that sense that the whole world is moving on, but you're not? We've all felt that deep ache for connection. It's this powerful, completely human emotion. But what is that really? I mean, beyond just a feeling, what's actually going on inside our heads on a biological level? Let's dive into the neuroscience of being alone and figure out what isolation is really doing to our most complex organ. Okay, so the first thing we see is the brain's internal security system just going into overdrive. It's a survival mechanism, really, kicking into the state of high alert, constantly scanning everything around us for social threats.
Yeah, scientists have a name for this, hypervigilance. And what it basically means is your brain is working overtime. It starts seeing potential danger in every little interaction, every sideways glance, every unanswered text message.
Think of it like a smoke alarm that's just blaring, and you can't turn it off. That's what the brain is like in isolation. It gets so focused on protecting itself from getting hurt again that it starts to misread things. Neutral social cues suddenly seem negative. A simple question can feel like an interrogation. A friendly smile might even seem suspicious. And when you look at them side by side, you can see a really stark contrast. On one side, you have a well-connected brain that can pretty accurately figure out social situations. But the isolated brain, it's stuck in this hyper-vigilant state, and it starts to see the world as a much more threatening place. And the real irony here is that this very defense mechanism can actually make it even harder to reconnect. Oh wait, it gets even more complex. Because while one part of the isolated brain is pushing people away, another part is desperately trying to pull them closer. It's this profound neurological tug-of-war happening inside your head. So researchers discovered something that is just incredible. If you look at the brain activity right here, you'll see that the regions that light up when a hungry person craves food are the exact same regions that activate when a lonely person craves social connection. So what does this all mean? It means your need for connection isn't just some vague feeling. It's a biological drive. It's as real and as fundamental as hunger. When you're isolated, your brain misses out on those vital social cues, and that's what activates this deep craving, which results in that intense, almost gnawing feeling of loneliness. But the effects don't just stop at our emotions. No. The third major impact of long-term isolation is actually on our cognitive abilities themselves. Think about it this way. Social interaction is like a workout for your brain. Navigating conversations, reading body language, trying to understand different perspectives. All of that stuff keeps your mind sharp and agile. So without that regular exercise, the brain just gets less stimulation. And key functions like memory, your attention span, even complex decision-making can actually start to weaken. It really is the use it or lose it principle, but applied to our social brain. Okay, so let's take a step back. We have an overactive alarm system, an intense craving that's just like hunger, and a decline in our mental sharpness. These aren't just random symptoms, right? What's the story the brain is trying to tell us with all these clues? When we finally put these pieces together, we start to see this fascinating and unified response. The hypervigilance, the craving, the cognitive effects, they aren't separate problems. They are all part of one powerful, absolutely vital human signal. And this brings us to the most important takeaway of all. It actually requires us to completely reframe how we think about loneliness. See, loneliness isn't a character flaw. It's a biological alarm system, one that's been honed by millions of years of evolution. For our ancestors, being part of a tribe was everything. It was essential for survival. Pain told them to pull their hand away from a fire. Hunger told them to go find food. And loneliness? Well, that was a powerful, ancient signal that they were isolated from the group, which was a very, very dangerous situation. It's your brain's way of saying, hey, you are a social creature. Go find your tribe. It isn't a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that you are a perfectly, functionally human. So the next time you feel that ache, just listen. What is your brain trying to tell you?